Yes, guys. So I am back. It is the next day. I have a bit more energy than I did or the end of yesterday. I think that was a repercussion of going on about a 9-kilometer run, then going to physio, then going to the studio, then doing some sort of brainstorming thing. So yeah, apologies for that. Kind of ran down the energy towards the end there, but I am back. It's the next day. Now I'm maybe it's actually a good thing. I did notice actually so far it's gone up to 20 minutes, so I will make this fairly quick. I think most of obviously the thought processes are kind of in the brainstorm itself, right? So I just wanted to kind of talk through maybe a few bits of it, and also I feel that this is kind of a process or an ongoing process that maybe will continue ongoingly. Nice. Anyway, let's do it. So obviously, kind of where to even start with this? It's one thing dumping it and then trying to put it back together. Two things that stood out were obviously here, sort of, I think I've already said this, but what inspires you, right? So that'd be travel, art, right? So going to new places, doing art. What sort of art? I guess like immersive installations and like new media. So that's kind of the stuff that I have been working on, but I haven't really been posting too much of, which are kind of these interactive things. Sorry, we have. So yeah, two things that kind of stood out were what inspires you, right? So travel, art. I think we all kind of knew that, hence where we are with the channel, But I guess the idea is like, how do I then amalgamate those two things? Because there's a few ideas, and I've had a few. Obviously, at the moment, travel is a thing, right? I'm also now like in between going, oh look, I might be going back to London, yay, which has great and not so great things about it. Obviously, COVID is still a thing there. New Zealand is very much not, but by the time I actually end up back there, it'll be 18 months would have gone, and that's too much time to be spread over so many countries. So yes, I think I may head back. At least then, part of my brain will be back together. Anyway, so yes, travel is not a thing at the moment, but it will be pretty soon, I believe, particularly from the UK, perhaps. Digressing. So yes, travel, yes, art. I keep pointing at the same things. I do realize that. The type of art that I'm really interested in is this kind of innovation, interactive, immersive installations, this new media art, right? Which is kind of stuff that I am working on. But what I had been working on, needs a bigger studio, and needs my project. I've got projectors in London. I've got all sorts of other equipment in London, right? But I have been tinkering, so that is somewhere, what like, let's what here. Look, I guess is what experience would you like to give? All right. So what experience would I like to give to you? And there's two that are kind of stand out. One is bringing you out of the mundane, and then I'd like to inspire people, right? Which both kind of very much relate. Because obviously you can, by inspiring people, you bring them out of the mundane. They open people to new ideas. And then I say kind of, how is this done? I do realize this is kind of going all over the place, but I guess that is why, there is a mind map. I mean, that's kind of the nature of this mind dump where you're just like throwing all this stuff out. So how would I like to inspire? So through my artwork, through, like I said, immersive installations, interactive technology, but also by going to places that inspire me. Traveling to new places, finding new people, sharing their stories, collaborating, I guess, is the thing. But within my installations, I'm trying to give this feeling of awe, or even the nature of immersive installations anyway, is that they do take you, you are immersed, right? Hence the name. So that full immersion within a space, it takes you out of where you were, the mundane or the everyday. You step into a space, you then are engulfed by it, leaving real life at the door. And that's kind of where I'm trying to get to, I guess, some sort of perhaps sanctuary away from the everyday. But also then, once people have traversed these installations or these places, there may be a way of kind of integrating maybe some of these feelings or some of these ideas that are contained within the artwork. That's kind of your job. How you integrate it, I can kind of give some things, how you actually integrate it, or if it's even possible, kind of up to then the audience. But then how do these paintings fit in? See, I always thought, these immersive installations, they were for, obviously I'm creating them, but I'm creating them as an experience for the audience. Whereas the paintings are more, I guess, an experience for me in the creation of them. But I mean, obviously you're now involved in that by me filming it. Yes. So, gosh. But I also think, just the act of painting, me painting, or I hope, inspires either you to be more creative, or, it just brightens up your life a bit. Paintings themselves, that's kind of, I guess, one of their many functions is, they are on a wall in your everyday, in your house, for example, or at, your work, your job. So they are almost a window into something else. And that's always kind of where I've been heading with, I guess, some of my paintings. So, in a way, these things do relate. Yes, but then obviously we go travel. Where do I want to travel? Places like Egypt, India, Nepal, Southeast Asia. Unfortunately, a lot of those places aren't doing too well at the moment, particularly India. I guess why I want to go there is that they're so different to my everyday, or at least the everyday here, probably the everyday in the UK. And that it's it's that kind of influence, or at least the shaking up of my mundane world that I need for myself, and then representing it to you through the film, through camera. Yes. How do I then link those things together? I do have ideas, purely ideas, because I've yet to kind of start planning. I'm kind of going around all these more creative communities. So going to these places, traveling, getting the general culture or ancient history, or but then also trying to find more contemporary communities, or contemporary creative communities. They're active now, that are setting something in motion, right? Yes. See, these are all great things, but it's just, I guess, doing, like I said, I think doing a 5-year plan when you're like, oh, I think I'm going back to London in a month. I don't know. Oh, I think it's very hard, right? I understand. Probably a lot of you are in the same boat. There's probably a lot of people that don't really know what's happening, don't know where they're going. I mean, I'm sure there are people that are they know what's happened. And they've kind of, I guess, got on with it, right? So that kind of ties those two, you're right. Art, obviously a blaringly obvious thing would be art residencies in different countries, which is definitely something that I was always interested in. Applied for a couple of things, and then got a bit, I guess, jaded about the whole thing of applying for things that I didn't get. Happens a lot. You get used to it, but sometimes you have to kind of just focus on what you can do rather than trying to apply to things that may not come to fruition. Anyway, now I am blathering again. Okay, so what were the other things? So here, let's go back to the board. Here, this one is really interesting to me, right? So if we go follow this again, how would I like to inspire people, right? So I don't know how we get back here, but I guess we're here, which is enabling creativity, right? And that's enabling creativity in other people. And whether that's through, is the word osmosis? So I guess through being with me or even watching me paint, then it rubs off, right? Or actually things that I had done in the past and I'm interested in still doing is creating a space for collaboration, for sharing and creating connections, between people, whether it's collaboration with me directly or amongst some sort of creative community. And then also what I was doing was sharing people's work through showcasing artists in events and exhibitions. So all these things kind of tie in together as they are, but then how, obviously if you're creating a space, it's very much a physical, permanent, or semi-permanent, or it's a physical. It can be either. But it needs planning. It needs roots. It needs a foundation. Maybe. Does it? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I can just go around the world making exhibitions. I mean, that's the thing, I guess. It's doable. So I don't know. I've got. I mean, that is the thing. Yes. Because definitely, so if we go back, let's go back to it. I mean, there are more actually, because I realized, even having just said, oh, I've just been on, yesterday I was tired because I went on a 9-kilometer run. Why have I left out exercise? Exercise, and kind of even the spirituality or like some sort of betterment, I guess, of body and mind. Those are things that are very, very, very close to me. I guess they're very intrinsic in general, which is maybe why I forgot about them, strangely enough. But I'm always trying to, whether it's progress my mind or progress my body, get physically better, mentally better. Things like do help progress that. It is in the way I think about some of the work. It very much is a connection to something bigger than I am, I guess. Yes. So, I don't know, 4 things is it? Art, travel, exercise, kind of, I know spirituality, like that word gets like thrown around a lot, so it's not the best word for it. And things like mindfulness, around that kind of idea, that cloud of stuff, the thing that is not the body. I'm also interested in that. Yeah. So then how to bring those together? I don't know. I mean, I do know. How to, it's very hard to bring them all together all at the same time. Yeah. Particularly now. I think, the idea is, for now, it's almost, I know what I want to do, but I know that at this point in time, there is no point in planning too much. Because you never know, Here they could go into lockdown. It's difficult. If I knew I was staying here, I can see a trajectory. Thinking or knowing that I'm going back to London, either now or eventually, I can see a part trajectory. It's more of a perhaps winding down, I think, and then moving on. Yeah, I don't know. I think a whole reason why I sort of started this vlog was to kind of put my creative practice on hold for a little bit, and then do some traveling, get some experience, expand my mind into different areas. Don't come into the same place every day. Don't buy your sandwiches from the same bakery. Don't be going to the same supermarket. Working things out. I guess these. Even the when you're traveling, or even when you move to a new country or city, these small things of discovery, whether it's just finding out where you can get your water, or where you can find paint, if you're going to be painting. I guess it's, resetting that, or pressing the reset button. But I think I obviously being here now for so long, I'm quite happy with some of the paintings I'm making. Sometimes I do feel that they're a bit squashed. I do need a bit more space. It's great here, actually. Like me here. Ta-da! It's an amazing little studio. It is little, but it is great. I'm really appreciative of it. It's a little kind of haven. Yes. Anyway, does that. I don't know what that does. I think maybe like I said, it's something that I have to revisit. It does sort of sit. I think what this has done is it stopped me, and this is kind of was the idea in the first place. Was it just sort of stops you looking at your feet, right? You're like, oh no, I can't. I don't know what I'm doing. I do know what I'm doing to a point. Where it goes, that's, or how I can keep making it work. That's kind of the problem, or the thing. I think it is just keep going. We have to keep going, don't we? Speaking of which, I'm going to probably do some painting, then I'm going to an exhibition afterwards. So yeah, I'm going to get a couple of hours painting in. It won't be much. Oh, my back. I will, probably be working on this. I may try and get on that a little bit. Definitely working on this and this. Just trying to get, a bit more contrast in there. Spend a few hours on it. Yeah. Yeah, This, well, it's been going 18 minutes. I apologize. I'll probably just split this, I think, into two. I think, because you don't need to get all this all at once. And it's, maybe it's more just for me. I mean, I really do encourage you, actually, to, when you're a bit lost, do your own mind map, get your thoughts out, do your things. If this kind of stuff helps you, I mean, it should help you get your kind of brain back into at least progress, I believe. Some sort of, whether you don't, even if you don't know which way you're going, knowing that, or even knowing where you want to go, or knowing the things that are in your world that you'd like to connect with, that is progress. So I don't know. It's now 19 minutes, so let's leave it there. If this helped you, like I said, I do recommend doing your own little mind mappy thing. So if this sort of thing helped you, good. There may be more of me talking about some things in the future. So, if you like me talking about me and myself, do subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below, what's your plan? How do you connect with people? How do you connect with the world, art, travel, life? How are you doing? Comment down below, and I will see you on the next one, or you will see me on the next one. Catch you later, guys. Boom.